I will start the recording. Okay. All right. Uh, what is the hoisting?
Variable comes on top.
When?
If it's only declared.
No. Anyone else?
When a variable has been used without declaring.
No. That's not the answer.
Uh, Hosting is the mechanism where the declaration firstly hosted on the top of their scope.
When?
When they assign and declare.
No.
Before execution.
Before
No.
code execution.
At a runtime.
At a runtime, yes, correct.
Runtime.
Yeah. Because in JavaScript is not a compiler language, no?
Yes,
Yeah,
interpreter.
Right? It's a runtime language, right? It's a basically a script. So everything happens at the runtime. So at the runtime, it decides whether whether to hoist the variable or not. If it is a ES5 variable, it will get hoisted to where? It will get hoisted to its nearest functional scope.
Yes.
Okay, right? If it is ES6 variable, it will not get hoisted. If the variable is referenced before that, it will throw an error that it cannot access variable uh, before it is being declared. All right. And let's say what happens if a function size keep on increasing. What will happen in that case? If my function size and I have a variables declared the various places and my function size keeps on increasing. So what will happen? Right? I have like this. This is that's what I showed you, right? This is like a function, and all the balls which is floating at the top is like a variables. Whenever you declare a variable, and at runtime it get hoisted at the top, right? Right? And let's say this is the size of the function right now. Okay, and if I keep on adding water to it, what is happening?
Increasing the function.
Right? Right? It doesn't matter the size of the function, right? If I keep on adding code to the function, a variable will get hoisted at the top of the functional scope. All right. Okay. All right. Next one. So variables are nothing but in JavaScript. Variables are nothing but
Container.
containers, right? So what does container means?
holds data.
Holds data. What kind of data?
Object.
Only object.
Anytime.
Anytime.
Container can hold any type, right? Just like a wallet, right? If I have a wallet, it can hold money, it can hold card, it can hold a coin, it can hold different documents, right? It's like a container, right? So variables are like a container, it holds data, right? If I want to basically transfer data from money from one wallet to another wallet, basically I'm switching a container. Okay, these are the two concepts. And what was the other one? Behavior, variables behavior of ES5 and let. Remember the video?
Yes, sir.
Changes with the flow.
Right, basically it at the runtime it decides the type of the variable, like adapts to the environment. Okay, so how will you relate that? Which animal we used to relate that?
Octopus.
Octopus, right? Yeah, right. So just remember this so that in future you will never forget these concepts. Okay, so today what I will cover lexical scope and copy by value and copy by reference. All right, and I'll just give you the example how copy by value and copy by reference you can use in a real life example. I like the example from Pratiksha also, like oil wala. Okay, and I will be using in future.
Thank you, sir.
It was really nice. It was really nice example. All right. All right. So I'll just start with where we left off yesterday. I'll open. Okay. So this was. All right. Again, just to revise this. Uh, hmm. Okay. So what will be the output? What will be the output? So when I run this node scope, we did the exact code yesterday, right? We practiced it. Variable as functional scope, hoisting. What is this? Functional scope, hoisting, local and global. Yeah, no one.
Sir,
Yeah.
5 okay.
Okay.
Then 40.
40, 40, 40, where? 40, okay.
Then 14. 7 plus 7, 14.
14, okay.
And then 3 and 10.
3 and 10.
Yes.
Sir, I want to make corrections in it.
Huh.
5 okay.
Correction.
Then hello to would be 40.
Huh.
Then 7 7 because it's a string.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And
7 7.
Sir, I also want to correction there.
huh.
And
Tell me.
and 3 would be 20 and 10.
This one 20 and 10. Okay. Okay. Ashish.
It's undefined okay, and then 40, then 7 7, then 40, then 10.
I think all of you have made one mistake here. So just think. Just one sec.
एरर आएगा सर, एक सी है यहाँ पे.
Okay. All right. Just one sec. Someone is not able to join, so I'll just share it. Stop sharing. All right. Huh. So I think Mayur got it right. So it will be A 5. Okay. Okay. Then A is reassigned to 20. Then there is a function definition. There is a function definition here. I'm calling hello2. So hello2 is defined here. So A plus A. Okay. So what is the value of A here?
20.
20.
Why?
Declare.
Takes from global A.
Because there is no local
Var-
where is declared, right? So it will take it. It will basically move to its nearest,
Parent.
right? Nearest parent, right? Nearest functional scope, right? So because in hello function, the nearest functional scope is global scope. So basically, it will say it will fall back to 20. So A is 20 plus 20 is 40, right? A is 40. So 2.1 will be 40. Then again hello is now here. This array is locally declared. A is locally declared, so it is it has a local scope, okay? And it overrides the global variable A. If I print here, so here output will be
7,
7,
7.
7.
7 correct, right? Why?
Because variable is declared in locally and it is a string.
String, right? String है तो concatenation होता है ना? Alright. Now what is the value of A here?
7. 7.
Again 20.
40.
40.
40, sir.
40, and here
10.
10.
10.
Correct? Yeah. So 5 okay, 40, 7, 7, 40 and 10.
सर
Clear है?
एक मिनट नो सर जब वैल्यू 7 7 हो गई ए का उसके बाद 40 कैसे हुआ सर
Just look at the code carefully. Okay, who can explain this?
The value of A has been updated. Like previously it was 20, now 20 plus 20, and the function to the value of A has been updated. So that would be the uh, globally variable. So that's the reason it's 40 over there.
Correct, right? So that is the reason basically it is 40. 7 7 hai, that is locally declared variable, so it won't impact global variable. Is that clear, Sneha?
यस सर
Alright? It is a locally declared variable. So इसका
Yeah.
scope सिर्फ यहीं तक है.
या
Okay?
ओके
Alright.
सर
Okay. Let me just add a small twist to this before I go to lexical scope. Okay. So basically, let me just explain this code. So whenever I call hello2, yeah, this will basically execute this, and there is again hello2 will execute declare this function, and it will call the function. Okay. Now tell me what happens. What will be the output? Hello2 will internally call this function. That is the internal to uh, this function.
सिर्फ हेलो टू का आउटपुट बताएं सर
नहीं, सारे
सारे
May I try, sir?
Yeah, please try.
5, okay.
Okay.
Then 40,
140, yes. Okay.
then 5,
Then 5. Okay. Just tell me the line number.
first, sir, 5, okay. Here, 5, line number 5.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. Correct.
40 again, line number 15.
15. Okay.
And after then, okay. Once a minute, sir. उसके बाद सर 9 होगा, लाइन नंबर 22.
Okay.
9 होगा वहाँ पे 22
Okay.
में.
Okay.
And after then, hello, और 10 में 77, फिर 28 में 40, and 30s में 10.
All right. So anyone else? Anyone else want to try it?
So
तो अंदर डिक्लेयर है ना इनसाइड के.
Who wants to try it?
so 5 पे 5 ओके आएगा.
5. Okay. All right. That's fine.
हेलो 2 के अंदर 15 पे 40 आएगा.
40. That's 40. Okay.
ओके 22 पे अनडिफाइंड आएगा
Okay.
साइड में.
Okay.
तो उसके अंदर जो 19 वाला है उसमें 5 आएगा.
Okay.
ओके देन 28 पे 14
Okay.
एंड देन 30 पे 10.
Okay. Is it correct?
So 14 की जगह पे 77 आएगा. उसमें 14 बोला लास्ट थर्ड, मतलब ये वाला जो हेलो फंक्शन का है, तो उसमें उसने 14 बोला.
Which here?
About
Here.
this.
Here.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. About
Here?
the hello function. Yes.
That is 14, right? 77.
Yeah. He told 14.
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. So there is one more issue here. Okay. Let me just run this. All right. So we all agree that the first output will be 5. Okay.
Yes.
Right. Then second output will be 40.
40.
Yeah. Okay. And after that, there is 2 more consoles added in hello 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
So which one will run first?
line number 22
22. Output should be
outside
undefined,
right? And then hello function is called. Now the output will be
undefined आएगा इसका.
okay. And then hello is called. Hello will be 77. And what will be the line output of 28?
so it's 5.
Okay. Right. So basically output will be 5. Okay. 40. Then outside is undefined because I have declared a variable here. Okay. But not assigned any value in the current functional scope. Okay. A functional scope does not go to the child functional scope. All right. Parent functional scope doesn't go to the child functional scope. So this is the functional scope of the variable. All right. The child can access it, but it cannot access the assignment. Yeah, that is why it is showing me undefined. The next one inside, when I call this function, A is basically reassigned to 5. So inside A is a 5. Okay. Now what happens to A here?
उसके पेरेंट को देख रहा है वो ग्लोबल के.
Right. So it will basically update which variable?
Global A.
Global A. Okay. That means because the hello inside functional scope doesn't have a variable var, right? So it will go to its nearest parent functional scope. Okay. Here also there is no var keyword used for A. So what happens next?
Nearest parent.
Nearest parent, right? So nearest parent is this. Okay. So basically it will update 20, it will update 5, it will replace the 20. All right. Now if the execution will finish, so here the value will be 3A will be 5 and 4A will be 10. All right. Is it clear? Okay. Okay. I'll just small.
Yes.
I will do a small change here. Okay. And I will just add our keyword here. Okay, so now tell me. Okay, let me just remove this line so I can have better code. I'll just remove this one also. Okay. Ha. Ha. Now tell me the output. Just do a small change here. Okay. Now tell me the output. So recall all the concepts which I've learned in this week. It has everything. Okay, let's start from here. Output will be
5, 6.
5, 6.
okay. What will be the output now?
11.
Okay. Why 11?
Because you converted it into number by adding a plus.
Yeah, correct. Okay, all right. Okay, now give me the output.
Undefined.
Okay. Here.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And here.
Undefined.
Undefined.
Okay. And then here.
5.
Okay. And then here.
5.
9.
9.
Okay. And here.
So
5.
outside 2 will be
Here
undefined.
20, sir. 20.
20. 20.
Why?
Oh no.
Because
Functional.
it's
Outside
big
2 will be
functional.
You declare a inside function again.
Okay. Because in both the function, variable is declared, right? So the limit, the scope of the variable is limited to the function. Okay. So if I run this, so there is one small change. You will get a nano at one place. 2.1 पे nan है क्यों?
Undefined plus
Undefined plus
undefined.
undefined.
Yes, man. Clear है सबको?
Hmm.
All right. Let me just do a small change again. Change. Now tell me the output. So use all the concepts: functional scope, local scope, global scope, hoisting, okay, plus signs, casting. It has everything. No one? No one wants to attempt this. Is it that difficult?
Twice.
Okay. So, okay. Let me just do this then. Here the output will be
11.
11. All right. Okay. All right. Then there is a function definition, so it will can't. It won't call. The hello
Okay.
two function is called. Here output will be
None.
Not
Nan,
a number.
none.
not a number.
None and not number. All right. Then all right. Then again the function definition. Here the output will be
Undefined.
11.
11.
11. All right. Then is a function is called, right? Yeah. And here output will be
5.
5.
5.
all right. Here output will be
Undefined.
14,
11.
6.
11.
9, 6. 9, 6.
it will be 9 6, right? Okay. And here output will be
20.
20, right? So why 9 6?
Because B is the string.
Because when this function is called, all right, here basically there is an assignment to a C variable, right? So there is
Global scope may be 3.
okay. So basically there is no local C variable is declared within this functional scope, so it will go to the nearest functional parent's functional scope, right? And where C is declared, and it will get hoisted at the here. Like, so what I hear, what it is doing, basically adding 9 plus B. Again, it is looking B here. It does not find. It looks B here. It does not find. Finally, it lands to the parent scope, parent functional scope, right? Or main global scope, and its B is 6. So 9 plus 6 is
96.
all right, because the 6 is a string. All right, and that is why it's a output will be 11 nan, then again outside 11, then outside 2, which is inside 5, correct? And outside 2 is 96, and then there is a 77 here. Interesting. It shouldn't be 77, no? No, it should be.
Should be 77.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Can you explain me why?
Yes, sir, because we have converted, typecasted one A to number, but the other is still string.
Correct. So basically, if I add one more plus here, okay. So this last 20 is correct. It's evident, right? That the last value should be 20 because no one is basically overriding the global variable. Okay. If I run this, now it is 14. सबको clear है ये वाला functional scope, local scope, global scope?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Now let's move to the next one. All right. So I'll just do this. Let A is 4. Okay, and then I'll just do if A, and then let B equals to 9. And then console a plus b. And then this is to be equals to a plus b. Now tell me what will be the output? Will it give error? Something?
$13.
Right? So straightforward, right? This is straightforward. So I'm declaring variable let a, then I'm doing is if a. So what will be the output of this?
True.
Why?
Because
Value.
apart from
No.
false value,
Because this is a truthy value, right?
truth value, right?
Okay, so JavaScript internally do either Boolean casting. Whenever you basically do if does a Boolean casting, so it basically change 4 to a Boolean. All right, because 4 is a truthy value. All right, so this will be casted to true, right? So this condition will be evaluated as a true. Okay. Now inside if condition, I am defining b equals to 9. So a plus b is 9 plus 4 is okay, and then again I'm adding it, right? So just
13.
13, right? All right.
13.
Okay. If I do let a equals to it's equal to this 9. Then now
Error.
Error, sir.
Error.
okay, error.
No, sir.
Why error?
Because we are redeclaring it and
Okay. Correct.
But
Okay.
it have their own scope, sir.
Okay. So functional and lexical scope. So the difference between functional and lexical scope is this, right? So if I run this, it will be
no,
18.
there will be not. I thought it was same B, but it is A.
Okay. All right. So basically, a lexical scope is basically anything which starts with curly braces. It will be a lexical scope. All right. Functional scope is always starts with a function. Okay. Functional scope is always starts with a function, whereas lexical scope starts with anything which has a curly brace. So there is a if and there is a else. All right. So these are like a two different function lexical scope. So here it is one lexical scope. Okay. Here it is another lexical scope. All right. I will just say a. All right. And if I run here, I do console.log. Again, if I do a plus b. Okay. And if I run here now, okay. Now tell me output.
Eighteen not
Undefined plus NA.
18 not a number.
Okay.
Else.
18 is not a number.
Okay.
It will execute the else condition, I think.
Okay. Now let me just run this. I'm calling a hello, so it will also run the hello function, right? Okay. So we just run 18 and error. B is not defined.
Sir, what will happen when hello is called?
That is not. B is not defined. It basically crashed at line number 16.
Okay.
Yeah, when the hello function is called, it basically A is evaluated as true because A is 4. So console A plus B. B is not defined anywhere. All right. So that is why it's showing B is not defined. Why it crashed? Because this B is defined inside a lexical scope. Okay? Inside a block scope. This is called as a block. Okay? This is called as a block. Or lexical. All right. This is called as a functional. All right. So both functional and lexical scope has a local and global. All right. So do you understand why we got the error here?
Yes.
Yeah, because this variable, the scope of this B is only limited to this scope. All right, and this A is outside of this scope, right? So basically, it is now referencing because it's basically first check if there is a let inside here. No, all right. In this block of scope, there is no let defined. Then it will go to its functional scope. Okay, functional scope also doesn't have a let A or variable defined declaration, right? So it will go to this nearest parent scope. Yeah, parent's functional scope. So there the A is defined. Same happened with the B. It does not find B here in lexical scope. Again, it does not find B here in a functional scope. So it will go to the nearest functional scope where B is again not declared, and that is why we got the error. All right, because ES5 has a functional scope and ES6 let and const has a lexical scope. All right, if I do this, now tell me.
So it will work.
So basically, it will print 18 and 18. Okay, 18 and how? Why 20? Okay, because I'm updating here. All right. Okay, 18 and 22. All right. So what happened when I declare a var inside a block scope? So in ES5, we don't have a such concept called a block scope. So that means basically the variable get hoisted here. Okay, like this. Okay, and this if condition is basically executed and B is then assigned. All right. So when I check the B here, when it is called, it basically first check here in lexical scope with ES6. It will check in functional scope with ES6 and ES5. Okay, then it will go to the parent scope, and it will find a B there, right? And because B has a global scope here, here B will be updated. Will be updated twice. Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Just adding some complexity to this. Okay. All right. So how the execution happens first? Okay. Basically, I'll just write here first. If variable is ES6, it will check in lexical scope first, then yeah, then parents lexical scope. Okay. It's like similar, right? Finally, it will land somewhere. Somewhere there will be a functional scope, okay, and parents scope. Okay, so basically it will keep on looking for the uh, uh, variables, right? And the moment it founds and it will stop. If it does not find anywhere, then it will start throwing the error. Okay, okay, let me, if I do let B here, okay, and if I do let B here, okay, let me just do equals to 20. Okay, just let me say, okay, B. Tell me the output. What do you think the output should be? Will it give me error?
Scroll up.
Hmm?
Scroll.
Scroll soon.
Sir, scroll.
Oh, okay, 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 okay. Sorry. Okay, all right. Now. So what do you think the output will be?
So 18, 9, 18.
18. Okay. And then
9.
Then 9. Okay.
Then 18.
Okay. Who else? Anyone else? Anyone else? Will it give error? So let me just run this thing. So this is 18, right? Straightforward, eh?
18, 9, 20.
Okay. So this will be 18, 9, and this will be
18, 9, 20.
20, right? So output will be 18, 9, 20. Why?
Because B is again reinitialized
Okay.
at the last.
Okay. All right. Okay. Tell me now.
Five plus
It will be
5.
oh,
Error.
error. Why? It says error at line number 17. 17. What is the one concept of ES6 variables, let and const? It does not get hoisted.
It can hoist it.
Okay. That means
cannot use before initial.
right, because we have used let inside a lexical scope, this block scope, and trying to access the variable before it is being declared, right? So JavaScript, when it runs, it sees that okay, there is a ES6 variable, there is a lexical scope defined for the variable, and it does not get hoisted and trying to reference it. So it will basically throw an error because cannot access B before initialization. That's why it throws the error, right? If I rename change this to var, it will work. Right? Oh, wait. Okay, because there is a lexical scope still here. Okay, because there is let is already defined for B, so it's not taking it because B has a function of now var has a functional scope. Okay? They did not take it. Interesting. If I do this now, printed the value. Is it clear? Okay. So why the output of this is 24? And why the output of this is 5?
B is 20 and A's global value is 4, so 24.
Correct. Then why line number 23 it is 5 B? I'm already updating B ka value to 20, right?
This is in a functional scope, so let B is equal to 5. So that value only print there.
Okay, because let is a ES6, so there is a let already defined here at a lexical scope. So its life cycle will only limit it till here, all right? So this V will refers to the nearest lexical or functional scope. So the value variable is defined as a 5, and that is what is printing 5. Is this clear?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Now tell me, error आएगा? I mean, will I get output or it will throw an error?
Same output आएगा sir.
Yeah, same output.
Why?
क्योंकि जो let b है लास्ट वाला लाइन नंबर 21 वो फंक्शन स्कोप में है, फंक्शन हेलो के स्कोप में है, और उसके बाद उसको कॉल करा मतलब यूज किया जा रहा है, तो 5 ही आएगा.
Okay, that's correct. So basically, even if I'm declaring here, right? So I'm using it later. So there will be no error. And here again, let be is defined. It has its own scope, own lexical scope, right? So that won't impact anything. So it will basically still run it. All right. So is this clear? So all right. So difference between lexical and functional scope, समझ में आया?
Yes.
Okay. So lexical is always a part of functional. Okay. Right, and both functional and lexical scope will have its own local and global scope. Right. If I don't declare B here, let here. So now tell me the output. Will it run? Or will it give an error?
It will be error.
Okay. Why?
क्योंकि जो B5 है और B20 है, तो B20 दोबारा से जाके B5 को इनिशियलाइज करेगा, रीअसाइन करेगा, पर लेट होने की वजह से रीअसाइन नहीं होगा.
That is not the that is for const. Reassignment is for const. It is basically declaring, right? So basically, this does not get hoisted, right? And here it is assigning before it is being declared, right? And that is why the error. If I change this to var, now tell me the output.
$18, $24, $20.
Why 20?
5.
Okay, so sorry.
Yeah, 5 function.
Yeah.
5.
So my job is to confuse you, right? Okay, now tell me the output. What about others? Not able to get it?
Eighteen 24 20.
18, 24, 5.
24 5.
18, 24, 5.
I think you guys have missed the last console. Eighteen 24 5 and 5. This console was missed, right? Added very swiftly. Now tell me output.
Five and undefined. Last one would be undefined.
18, 24, 5 undefined.
Okay.
Last B would be undefined.
Okay. Anyone else?
So it will not be undefined because we have done that b equals to a plus b.
Correct.
So
Right.
that will
Correct.
be assigned to floating.
Right. So it will be 18, 24, 5 and 18. Why? Because if we go by check the code, right? So here we are starting. There is a if condition, right? And here it has a lexical scope. So b equals to 9. There is no b declared here, right? So it will have its parent scope, right? It will modify its nearest parents variable, right? So now b is 9. Now I'm declaring a as 9 in local scope, local lexical scope. So now here I'm doing a plus b. So 9 plus 9 is 18. All right. And here I'm changing a plus b. So a is 9 and b is 9 is now b is 18. So this b basically will update this b. So now b holds 18. Okay. Now there's a function definition. I'm calling a function here. Here a is again a 4. B is declaring it 20, but it will look for the local or block or functional scope and ES5, ES6 variable. So where is defined, so it will get hoisted. All right. And now the B is 20. So A plus B, A is basically 4 plus 20 is 24. Now it executes. Now B is again overridden with a 5 local scope. So here 5. And when the code reaches here, what will be the value of B here? 20. It's 18. Right? It's 18, right? Because this value has a scope only till this function. And that is why when I run this, output is 18, 24, 5 and 18. समझा सबको? Why it is not undefined?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, if I do this now,
Now last one is undefined.
okay. Hmm? What will be the output? So what will be the output?
Last B is 20.
It will still be the same, right? Because var has a functional scope and it will get hoisted. So this B and this B is same basically. This they will pick up when I run the code, it will pick up and hoist this. Okay? So it gives the exact same result. Alright. Now if I do let here now,
एरर आएगा सर.
now it will basically give me undefined. Okay? 18, 24, 5 and undefined. Okay, so who can explain me this?
Sir, here B is in lexical scope, so it gives undefined.
Yeah, so B is a lexical scope, and because B is declared using ES6 variable, so it has a scope only till this, right? So B will be 9 and it will print 18 and again it will update, but it will not update the global variable. Okay, then the code is called again because var is used here, so it is again has a local scope, right? So that is why B is still undefined. So 18, 24, then again you have 5 and undefined here. Okay, that is why it is showing me this. Okay, okay, so let me do just one small change here. Now
Error, sir.
Error आएगा sir.
Error sir.
okay, why?
Because
We are declaring
constant
digit twice.
we reinitialize.
Good,
Error नहीं
good.
है.
It will be error, na? Because I'm
Yes, sir.
trying to update the constant variable again.
Yes, sir.
है ना? So this is good. Why? Because this is a lexical const is still having a lexical scope. So it will only be valid till here. All right. Okay. Let's do this. Now tell me.
Undefined.
Error आएगा sir वापस.
Error.
Okay.
Constant has to depend on that line.
Initialize करना.
Yes, correct. Because constant has not been initialized. Good. Okay. Now.
Forty.
Give me the output.
Eighteen, 24, 40.
18, 24,
40.
40. Okay. This will be 18, 24, 5 and 40. Okay, one console was missed. Okay. Just let me just quickly change this. Not helping. So I'm trying to use all the combinations: lexical, global, functional, local, okay, ES5, ES6, so that you don't get confused with which variable to use. I don't know use this.
एरर आएगा बी इनिशियलाइजेशन का.
Okay, why error?
Because
Array will get
दो
hoisted.
वेरिएबल एक ही नाम से है
Same answer.
और एक कॉन्स्ट है और एक वेर है.
Alright. So the explanation here is basically where has a
Another degree.
where has a which
Functional
scope? Functional scope.
फंक्शन इसको.
And which is this is scope?
Functional.
Lexical.
This is lexical, right?
Lexical.
So whenever we declare where inside a if condition, it will basically get hoisted to its nearest functional scope. So what is the nearest functional scope for this? Global scope, right? Okay. So if I try to declare where here, okay, basically JavaScript engine will say, oh, there is a const to be already declared and you cannot update it, right? It will throw an error, okay, and it will throw an error. Where? Where? Run this, it will give me an error because B is already declared. Okay, because this is get hoisted. And if I do this, will it be error?
No, sir.
No, right? Because let and const has a functional lexical scope. So when I declare let, it doesn't hoist. So it will be limited here only. Okay, and it will override the variables from global. So it will give me the output.
18, 24, 5, 40.
Correct? Okay. And if I do this, then there is no problem because it's anyway global, right? So I can do this. I can do this, right? I can do this. If I do let, I can do where, and then in lexical scope, I can write the same variable with let. It will work. But if I do reverse, it will not work. I hope this is clear. Because where get hoisted, hoisted at the functional scope. So it will take it to, when it runs, it will take it here and it will say, oh, the variable B is already declared. It is a ES6 variable with let. Let cannot be redeclared. Correct? Let and const cannot be redeclared, and that is why it is throwing me error. I hope this is clear now. I can use let it will work because let has a lexical scope. So I hope this is clear, right? Functional also have local and global. Lexical also have local and global. Right? In lexical scope also, if does not find it in that block scope, it will fall back to its nearest lexical or functional scope. Any doubt? Let me just write one more. This I can function here, and after that I'll close it. Okay, so this is the final one sec. So this is the last practice. Now tell me the output. Error आएगा, run होगा, and what will be the output?
Error I guess.
All right. So now tell me.
सर एरर आ जाएगा
Error I guess.
एट लाइन नंबर 3 बी के लिए
Sorry.
नहीं
Okay. So what will be the output here?
18.
18. All right. Okay. And then there is a hello function called. So what will be the output here?
50.
That will be 20.
24.
So what will be output here?
Inside function.
34.
What will be output here?
5.
5. What will be output here?
20.
It will be B is 40, B is 40 and C is 20. Right? What will be the output here?
तो उसको तो कॉल ही नहीं किया.
Call ही नहीं किया sir.
Yeah, correct. So I did not call it. So I just wanted to check. All right. Now tell me the output.
$34.
34.
Okay. This will be
34.
24.
24.
24 or 34?
34.
34.
Why?
Inside of
Line number
function is defined 30.
Okay, 34. All right, correct. Okay. Then output here will be is it 20 or 30?
30.
20.
20 only, sir.
20 sir.
No, this will be 30, right?
20.
Right, sir.
This will be 30. Why 30?
को reinitialize किया.
होनी चाहिए sir. Function.
लाइन नंबर 15 पे आपने C को 30 दिया था.
Yeah. Line number 15.
Right? So basically I'm updating. So if condition है यहाँ पे, there is a if condition. It's a lexical scope, but in this functional lexical scope there is no C declared. Right? So it basically fall back to its nearest functional or global scope, lexical global scope, right? So C is 20. C को उसने 30 से update कर दिया because there is a let. I can still update it, right? So C becomes 30 here, then he come here, then it's a function is called B becomes 5. I called the function, and here A is basically 4 and C is 30. That is 34, right? Now, when the last console is called, so B becomes 40 because B here has a local scope, but this B has a global scope, globally defined. So it is 40 and 30. Okay. So if I run this, is it expected output?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. Okay, so any doubt with lexical scope, functional lexical scope?
No, sir.
Okay, good. So basically this concludes our entire JavaScript, first pillar of JavaScript, that is called variable, ES5 and ES6 both. Okay, so there one thing which is pending, which I will cover, possibly cover in the 4th week, that is a copy by value and copy by reference. How the variables which are passed to a functions or anywhere, how it is being referenced. I'll just demonstrate what basically how it behaves.
So you are on mute.
So basically, we'll do a quick mind map so that we remember everything what we have did. Okay, we'll just revise everything quickly before I close the session. All right. So JavaScript variables are nothing but primitive types are copy by
Value.
Value.
and non-primitive types are
Copy by reference.
Copy by
reference. Okay, copy by reference, right? So how will you give an example in a real life? What will be the real life example of copy by value? So let's say if you do var a equals to 10 and then var c equals to a. So a and c both will be 10, and those are basically c will copy the value of a because both are primitive. Okay, but how will you give an example, real life example, so that you will be able to relate this or remember this?
Cheating in exam.
Good one. But is it all copy?
Xerox.
Oh, wonderful. So I was just looking for that example. So, so let's say in exams, in college, we have assignments, right? Right? And assignments, you share it with friend and that friend take a Xerox and photocopy of that, right? That's the exact assignment, but he has a copy of that. All right? And if that friend makes a update to that assignment, okay, update to that Xerox assignment or copy assignments, it is basically updated their own copy, not the original one. All right? Okay, so that is called copy by value. So just remember this Xerox or whatever we call it, the photocopy. All right? Or kind of you can say that assignment. Right? So that is the copy by value. And what will be the example of copy by reference?
Wikipedia.
Wikipedia, no, won't be a good example. So these two concepts will clear everything about JavaScript variables, right? How the variable referencing will work in JavaScript. You will have no second doubt about this. Copy by value clear हो गया? In terms of real life example. Okay, so what will be the example for copy by reference? Okay, all right, I'll give it. So we all have a bank account. Yeah, possibly yes, but not a very much good example.
When you merge a branch, then that would
it's very technical. It is very difficult to remember. I will say Google Doc or Excel sheet. Right? When I create a Google Doc, right, I write a document, I can update the content, and then I share the content by adding email ID, right? So what I do, I basically, when I enter email ID and share it with the other person, I'm not basically sharing the document, I'm not copying sending the copy of the document. I'm basically sending the link of the document. Okay, so both can update the document.
Yes.
Okay, So that is copy by reference. So I'm passing a reference to a other person, right? So it doesn't matter how many references I create, it will update the same document.
Same.
Right?
Yes.
Does it make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So second example which I'm giving you, we all have bank accounts, right? All right. And we all have debit cards or credit cards. Okay. And we all have, sometimes we also have multiple cards in the same account. I have multiple cards in my same account. All right. All right. So this is the card. Okay. This card doesn't hold a money. It holds reference to the money. If I use this card for payment, it will basically deduct amount from my same account, right? The account which is linked to this card. But if I use this card for the payment, it will still deduct the amount from the same account, right? So that means balance has been updated in a both card, same bank account with this card reference to. Does this make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. So this is the reference, right? So cards holding is a reference. Okay. Reference to a location where the money is stored. Where the money is stored?
Account.
In bank account, right? All right. So in JavaScript, non-primitives are nothing but a kind of reference which holds the value to a different location, right? So whenever we try to reassign the non-primitive variables, right, it will basically create a reference, right? It will like this. I can have multiple cards pointing to a same bank account. Okay, or I can have like a same document shared with the multiple people, right? So copy by reference and pass by reference is clear. Right? Copy by reference and pass by reference is clear?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Okay. So I'll just give you this example. Okay. So if I declare var a equals to 2, and it points to a location called 5, right? And then I do var a equals to my, then again the location will change and it will the value a is updated. Okay. And again, the more I update it, basically it will keep on changing the location, but it will basically hold the new value. But if I do var c equals to a, so where the c will point? C will basically
are
copy
not
the value
sharing.
of C will basically copy the value of a, which is null. Okay, and it will not update it. So this is the primitive type. Okay, but in case of non-primitive type, if I define array or object, okay, when I define array, basically b points to a location, okay, and then that location points to the actual location. Okay, so you can see this as a
Not
card.
sharing the screen.
Oh, sorry, I'm really. I'm really sorry. Okay. Let me just go back here. Okay. So if I do var c equals to a, okay, so what will c hold? The last var a equals to a is null. It will hold null, right? It is a primitive. Okay? So it will create its own memory location, its own copy. C will point to its own memory location or own copy. Okay. But if I declare non-primitive like var b equals to array, right? So basically var b will point to a memory location, okay, kind of a location, and that location will point to a place where the data will be added. Okay, so when I add, let's say array mein I add anything, it will be added here. If I add anything, I will be added here. So this will keep on extending. Okay, this will keep on extending. Same with object also. So you can think of this as a card. Okay, and you can think of this as a bank. All right. So card is pointing to a bank. Same way when I define var c equals to object, c is again pointing to a location. That location is pointing to a place where the data will be stored, and it can extend to any number of values. If I do var d equals to b, all right. So d basically points to a location. All right, and it will copy the this look d equals to b, right? So it will basically copy the this location, this one. Okay, will copy to here, right? And this location basically will point here. So again, D is pointing to the same location. That means, let's say if it is second card, okay, it is pointing to the same bank. Okay, so this way, non-primitives basically use as a copy by reference. Okay, all right. Same way, I can also relate this as a Google Doc. So this is the original author. If let's say this is the original author, and it is he's created a Google Doc. Now it shared the document with someone else. That someone else can also view the document and update the document. And if he updates the document, same document will be updated and viewed by the other users also who has the access. Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay. So both variables are nothing but containers, right? So non-primitive holds only kind of one type of data. I mean, primitive holds only one type of data at any point of time. All right. So, and non-primitive basically it's like a container. It can hold any amount, any type of data. Okay, it's a box. All right. Yeah. So this is basically, this concludes all concept related to JavaScript, and this copy by reference. More how it works, I will be covering in 4th week when I explain array and object in more details. Okay. So any doubt with variables so far?
No, sir.
Sir,
No, sir.
I don't have doubt, but I have one question. Basically, you said that for ES5 it is for var it is hoisting. So hoisting is advantages or disadvantage to JavaScript?
So basically, it is a disadvantage, you can say, and that is why in ES6 it is let and const was introduced. Because what used to happen, right? Normally, developers don't know the concepts when they started, because earlier JavaScript used to behave very differently because the concept was not clear, and developers used to write a code and to behave very differently. So this basically, this hoisting was turned out to be a kind of a drawback of JavaScript, and that is why in ES6 let and const was introduced.
Okay.
Right. So just to basically give an example, in a static type language, we always declare variable before we using it, right? Before we use it.
Yeah.
Okay. So in JavaScript, they said, okay, it's not really required. You can use it before you can declare it. Okay, and it will still give you a define because it, the variable get hoisted. But what happened really? Developer then became really kind of lazy, and they did not declare the variable inside a function or inside a scope. When they did not declare a variable where inside a function, what will happen?
Hoisted.
Hoisted. One is hoisted. Second one is global, right? It will fall back to global, right? So to avoid that, basically the let and const was introduced. Okay? So that if you add, so there was one more keyword was introduced in ES6, in which if you add use strict at top of the file,
yeah,
okay, in JavaScript, even if it is ES5, where then it will still throw error. So that was like a precursor to let and const. But in ES6, finally it was added as a let and const was added.
Okay.
Okay. So just consider this. Where is a drawback? We shouldn't use it.
Yeah, most of engineers in a
Yeah, that's correct. That's correct. So but when you compile it, when you run a web application and when you create a compiled code is created, I mean not compiled, transpiled code is created, it will always convert into a var, because to provide support in all the browsers. Right?
Yeah.
Who had the example? Who had the question? Anyone else?
I just want to ask, what will be your answer that what is the advantage of hosting? Why hosting is done?
So hosting was just a feature of JavaScript.
Okay.
Okay. That means it was just a, I would say, kind of design flaw or implementation. I don't know, right? But what really happened that you can access the code, you can run the code before you declare it. Okay. So you can say it is like a kind of a feature or a bug, right? So you should always define something which you want to use it. Yeah, just to be very clear.
Yes.
Okay, and that is what the limitations of JavaScript was being handled in ES5, ES6, ES7, ES8, 8, 9, and 10, right? But few of the things which cannot be changed. They're just like a concatenation cannot be changed. Null cannot be changed because if they change it, it will break entire internet. Yeah. Yeah. Anyone is running a website, it will break the website. Yeah. So my suggestion will be write code in ES6. That means before you use any variable, always declare it. Before you use any function, always declare it. Any question?
Sir, can we check the memory address of variable?
You can check it. Yes. I will not cover it.
So if we declare the variables, means we don't have a thread further. Either it is a let or a var. So it can be reduced if we declare it. So that's why we should declare it.
Sorry, come again. I didn't get your question.
Hence, if we are declaring and initializing function on the spot, so it means decreases the threat which might occur further. So whether it be a var or whether it be let, then it doesn't matter. मतलब var अगर डिक्लेयर किया let डिक्लेयर किया तो अगर हमने तभी अगर हमने इनिशियलाइज किया हुआ है तो आगे के
No. So basically, okay. All right. Basically, you are saying whenever the variables access, just before that I will declare the variable. Okay. That is good and bad. Okay. But my recommendation is basically what happens. Let's say if I have like 1,000 lines of code, right? Okay. It is always good to have a variable at the top.
Yes.
Okay. But if you have a function, right? And if the function is using only variable inside that function, then we should declare variable inside that function only. Okay? So that memory leak is not there. Variable is not leaked outside the function. Okay? Variable will have a local scope.
मतलब डिक्लेरेशन इनिशियलाइजेशन साथ में होना चाहिए हर बार.
Yes, should be at the top of the scope. Should be at the top of the scope.
And if we are declaring within the function also, then should be declaration initialization should be at the one point.
Yes, at the top. Yes, at the top, because that gives a clear picture. The variable is declared.
So in which scenario we declare const? Can you give any example of const?
Anything which we don't want to change.
Okay.
Let's say example. Okay, let's say I have a password, right? Const password equal to my password. For example, I don't want to change the password value. I don't want anyone to update the password value, right? Possibly database password or database IP in server side.
Okay.
Right. So if I use var keyword there, right? So anyone can basically update that value. If it is global, anyone can access that value.
What is the best practice to use, either to use let or var?
Let. If you are starting today, use let and const. If you are not sure about variable getting updated, use let. If you are sure variable will not get updated, use const. Any more question? Chalo, then we'll just quickly go to the mind map and we'll draw the mind map so that everything can be revised within 10 minutes. All right. Okay. So now quickly tell me history.
JavaScript is defined 1995, Mocha, and Light scripts.
Again, next. Okay, next. JavaScript is basically
Dynamic.
that is I'm talking about history. It's basically combination of Java plus JavaScript. Okay. So those two names came together and basically rename it to a JavaScript. So JavaScript, Java name is owned by back then it was owned by Sun. Now it's owned by Oracle, and that is why ECMA cannot use JavaScript name, and that is why official name is ECMAScript. But JavaScript name is like a pet name. Everyone uses JavaScript. Yeah, I think. All right. So I'll just open another one. Browsers.
Everything is okay.
Browsers. We have Chrome,
Google Chrome.
Brave, Mozilla, Firefox. We have
Explorer.
Edge. Opera. We have Safari. Then I is dead, so I will be writing I. Anything else?
That concept related Google V8 engine.
Okay. So basically, I can say that. I'll just write here. V8 engine basically gave birth to Node.js. है ना? Correct? Next. Variables.
So before that, we discussed the text of JavaScript.
Okay. What was a tag det? What is a tag det?
Null.
Plus. Yeah. So acts as a concat and
add.
add. Yeah. Depending on variable type. Okay. Always do concat when the one of the var is
string type.
Yeah, is string type. Alright. Next tag det.
Triple equals.
Yeah. Alright. So basically identity check. Basically I can say it as a type check. It will do type check. Next one.
Null one.
Null, right? So next if check for null. Okay.
So it acts as a non-primitive.
Okay. Next if check for null type, and then returns type of object. Okay. All right. Anything else? This is the most prominent tag debts. There are more, but not really required. Okay, variables. containers, right? Are containers. Okay. Next.
We missed the operator part, maybe.
We'll just come back to that.
Okay.
Primitive, non-primitive.
Primitive. Okay. And non very primitive. Okay. And next, variable types, data types, number, boolean, string, okay.
Undefined.
Undefined, and null, array,
Object.
just change this to a small letter so that it is properly. Why I'm changing this to small letter?
We usually write in small.
No, variables, basically data types are declared using null small letter, but in JavaScript there is a corresponding prototype for this also, called number prototype.
RFR.
Number prototype. Here we will have a boolean, will be declared using boolean prototype. So prototype you can just say relate this to as a class. String का there will be a string. Okay, undefined we don't have, array का we will have array. Okay, an object का we will have object. So there is one which I missed, was called symbol.
Regex.
No, not really used, so not required. ये भी use नहीं होता है, but I'm just adding it. Okay, rest of them are ES5. Is it clear now? Okay, what else? With respect to variables. Copy by values. No? Example.
Xerox.
Photocopy machine. Or basically I'll say, I'll just write assignment copy. Okay. Better to relate this now. Non-primitive. Copy by reference. Okay. Example would be
Debit card.
yeah. Debit cards linked
Google Sheet.
account. Into account. Right. Another one would be
Google Sheet.
okay. Google Doc or Sheet. Okay. All right. So these are all copy by values, right?
Value.
Okay. All right. And what? Okay. What else?
Initialize.
Okay. So basically, declaration. Okay. So declaration mein we have ES5. In ES5 we have var keyword, right? In ES6
Let and const.
we have let and const. Okay. Var has a functional scope. Okay. There is a functional scope. There is a functional scope. And the functional has again local and global scope. Okay. Again, var can be declared Redeclared. Reassigned. And hoisted.
Hoisted.
Okay. And
A variable with same in local scope overrides the global one.
right. Okay. Local variable. Okay. Overrides the global declaration. Okay. Next. Anything else? Cannot be
Redeclared.
okay. Declared, but can be
Reassigned.
reassigned. Right. Okay. It's the same. Cannot be redeclared and cannot be reassigned. Yeah. Rest everything remains the same. So I'll just write here. Okay, both are common. All right. I'll just say features. So, tell me, lexical or block
Block
scope
scope.
and no hoisting and basically lexical scope variable overrides the parent's lexical, functional, local or global declaration. Okay. Anything else?
Mm,
Anything else?
no.
Okay. All right. So see this. We have the variable. Everything is mind map proper. Okay. What did I miss in variable? All containers, categories, primitive, non-primitive, copy by value, copy by reference, assignment copies. So, and let's say I just add it in college. Reference debit card linked to account of Google Sheet. Okay. Data types number, boolean, string, undefined, null, primitive. Okay. Points to a primitive prototype. And then array and object points to array and object prototype. Okay. ES5 there are two type of declaration. ES5 में var है, ES6 में we have let in const. All right. Var can be var as a functional scope, local and global. There is a local and global. Can be redeclared and reassigned or get hoisted. Local variable overrides a global declaration. Okay. Global variables. I'll just say global variables. Variables with same name. All right. So let cannot be redeclared but can be reassigned. Const cannot be redeclared and cannot be reassigned. Yeah. Features में lexical and block scope does not get hoisted. Then lexical scope basically lexical scope variable overrides the parents lexical scope, parents functional scope, parents local scope, and parents global scope, global declaration. Okay. Anything else which I'm missing here?
No.
Anything else in tech debt?
No, it's covered.
Okay. Okay. So there was one more which you said, right?
Yeah.
No? Which is operators.
Operators.
Arithmetic. We have plus, minus, multiplication and divide. Okay?
Hmm.
And then we have a logical. Okay? Logical we have a double and double or. Okay? Then we have a ternary. Question mark and a colon. Anything else?
Negation.
Okay. Negation logical map, है ना?
Yeah.
Negation. Anything else?
Relational.
No,
Bit
it's not really used. Not really used in JavaScript. Because see
bit
things, any mathematical computation JavaScript is not a good candidate for it. Okay? Math was just added, just to do computation at the browser, but earlier it was not really designed for it. Okay?
Double equals to triple equals to.
Okay, so double equal to triple equals to yes. Okay. So I will just add a double equal to here, triple equal to also, because double equal has a double equal to has a kind of a tag dead, so that is why triple equal to was added.
increment decrement.
The rest remains the same, increment and decrement, right? Plus plus and minus minus. All right. Okay. Let me just add one kind of, I'll just say gotcha. Okay. क्या था वो? I basically showed you one small trick, to just change the value type.
String के पहले plus लगाना.
Yeah. Yeah. If doing math, right, arithmetic operation, doing addition, okay, or addition. If doing addition, or to be sure the value is number type, okay, add what? Plus in front of it. ठीक है? Anything else?
Control structure.
Control structure. I mean, if and else, right? I mean, it's not specific to JavaScript, na?
But yeah, truthy and falsy value.
Oh
concept.
yeah, yes. I missed that part. Yeah. I'll just add
Primitive and non-primitive or truthy and false.
Conditional evaluation. Okay. All right. So okay. So conditional evaluation, we have first have falsy values. Okay, what are the falsy values?
Null, undefined.
0, null,
Undefined.
undefined, empty
Empty
string,
string.
butter none,
False.
false. Yes.
That's it.
That's it.
Yes.
0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Number, null type, undefined type, string type, number type, and boolean type. Yeah. Okay. And what were the truthy values?
Empty object.
Truthy values are okay. So not all
Non-primitive.
non-primitives are truthy. Why?
It contains space.
Because it is a container. Okay.
It contains space.
So it's even if it is empty, it's still a container. That is why it is truthy. All right. Another one, truthy mein
Object.
any that is non-primitive, right? All non-primitive. Okay. Any primitive which is not falsy. Makes sense, right? Any primitive which is not falsy. Anything else? Anything else? तो भूल रहा हूँ मैं और कुछ?
We covered a few built-in methods. So should we also cover note it down here, like
Yes, yes. I'll just
type
add it.
of and console log?
I'll just add it. I'll just add it. Built-in methods. We'll just keep on adding it. So I covered console.log. There was a type of, and only this two, right?
Yeah.
Length.
ToString.
Huh? No, ToString is not a built-in method. It's a part of the class or a prototype. Okay? You have to use a prototype to use that. This is like a functions. This is like a functions. Anything else? Acha. Okay. Anything I'm missing here?
Array is an object.
Array is an object. I covered it, right? I covered it. Okay. गौचा में एक और आ गया. Okay. In object, if the key has the space, then
We should give underscore.
use bracket notation. Right? यही था ना?
Or we can give underscore also in between.
No, you don't. Sometimes you won't have a liberty to change the key name. When you work in a multi-environment system, right? Yeah. When you have like hundreds of environment or hundreds of applications, then you cannot change the key name. Not possible. Even if I'm working with legacy system. Anything else here? Yeah. ठीक है? I think this makes still few things are pending, but let's keep it. So this is what how mind map of JavaScript looks like, right? And if you want to like go and revise it, I mean you can revise everything. If you're basically aware of it, you can revise within a 5 minutes everything. All the JavaScript can be revised within 5 minutes. All right. Chalo. Let's stop sharing. All right, guys. So we have already been past midnight. So I hope you enjoyed this session.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And again, I will see you on Monday with a function with a new pillar. So I hope you have learned this. I have understood the first pillar of JavaScript.
It was brainstorm.
Right. Okay. So from Monday, I will start the second pillar function. Second pillar called function. Right. That is a very important pillar. If you know about the function, possibly like you are 70% done in JavaScript. JavaScript is a very tiny language.